So, man, look, if I can, I'm not a lawyer, but if I was Tasha K's friend, I would say just pay that shit. Don't move nothing around, cause just don't. Unless, so the way this thing is worded to basically cover a situation where you moved the assets around beforehand, right? You move the assets around beforehand. That's the way this is worded. But there could be a situation where you had something in the trust or you had in someone else's name beforehand and you had a legitimate reason for that. And the creditor or the person who won the lawsuit found out about it. And now they're going to basically try to nail you with fraudulent conveyance. Well, they can't do that because you had already established that way before the trust happened and way before the lawsuit happened and way before you lost. The only question now is whether or not the money that they found out about actually is something that they can take. If it's in a trust, or let's say you establish a trust for your kids way before you even made the videos, or way before the case even came up, then that would be money that they couldn't touch because you established that trust for your kids, for their education, or for when you pass on, then that money is safe. The wording in this is if you decided to do it at the last moment. That's what I believe, right? Of course, I'm not a lawyer. If you're a lawyer, check me on this, right? Check me because, I don't know. I'm just some guy on the internet reading stuff. And I don't sit around studying. Well, actually, I do, but I don't. And I did it for a reason. But I actually stumbled on fraudulent conveyance, reading other species of fraud. But if you're a lawyer, check me on this, right? Um, so yeah, Tasha, she got to give it up. You got to give it up. Don't play around with this shit. Um, don't try to hide money. Don't try to move stuff around. Don't try to hide your assets. Just go ahead and pay because if they catch you, man, it's just gonna get worse and worse. And then we're going right back to the scripture. If anyone wants to sue you, and take your shirt, hand them over your coat as well. And like I said, the reason for this is not really for the benefit of the person that's slapping you, is not for the benefit this other person that's trying to sue you. It's for your own benefit because you're in a situation, you're in a trap. That's basically the best way to read this scripture. Confrontation over some things is really more of a trap because you're going to feel as though you have to defend yourself. You're going to feel as though you you're going to feel as though that you have to reclaim your manhood because this dude slapped you in front of all these people, and now you're gonna have to fight him, and in the process of fighting him, you done killed this motherfucker. Now you're going to jail. You could avoid all that shit by either just walking away or just turning the other cheek, right? Now again, I'm not the best person to talk to you about this. If you have comments about turning the other cheek, do you turn the other cheek or is it death before dishonor? Which one is it? You guys let me know. Comments below. I know what men gonna say. Most men gonna say, and then damn, Nate, you slapped me. This shit is on. Especially if it's Chicago. But I want to hear what you think about this scripture. Does it apply today? But I can tell you the other one, if anyone wants to sue you, take your shirt and hand over your coat as well. This is really for your benefit because if you start fighting and resisting, you're just going to dig yourself into a deeper hole. And I think that's what Tasha K gonna end up doing is that she can dig herself into a deeper hole because now if if she is in fact trying to hide assets at the last minute, the only thing that's going to happen is that she is going to fuck around and get a criminal charge. You're going to fuck around and get charged and you're going to end up owing more fucking money. Don't do it, Tasha. Please don't do it. I don't know if the allegations are true, again, this is a fantasy video. I'm not claiming she did these things, but if you're thinking about doing this, please, Tasha, don't do it. Now, on the other hand, going back to uh, the, the 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 Africa comment, going back to that, if she is moving to Africa and she is moving to Europe, it's gonna be hard as motherfucking hell. Damn it. And this is my opinion, right? I don't know much about these things. I don't know much about these things. But if she is thinking about doing this, then it's gonna be hard as hell, damn near impossible to get some money out of Tasha K. Right? Because Tasha K about to fucking reinvent herself. Um, I think, what was this? I saw this. Don't quote me on this, but I believe I saw this where she did a trick name change. She said, call me Madam something, Madam Kibi. And she may be going about it another way. Another way to go about this is that you don't necessarily have to move. Maybe you're moving your assets to Africa. But if you get caught doing that and you think you're finna stay in the States, you're gonna be dead wrong. But Prince um, had a situation where, he changed his name, right? And I didn't do any research on that. So we're gonna have to do this shit on the fly. Why did Prince change his name to a symbol in 1993, right? Under the deal with Warner Brothers, Prince's name was a trademark by the company for a marketing purpose. And this is what they do to motherfuckers. You know what I mean? They take your God-given name. They take your God-given name, the name that your mama and God gave you, and they didn't trademark that shit. So Prince said, "Fuck it, I'm finna trick y'all ass. You want to play games? I got a game. You want to play games? Let's play some games. I got a game to play." So as a result, in 1993, he changed his name to an unpronounced symbol. It was declared the love symbol, a mix of gender symbols for men and women, right? So I believe that he did all that to basically get from under um, the contract with with the people he was in contract, because he wanted to break out on his own. And who knows what the situation was with him and his masters and whoever he had the contract. That's actually another good video on in and of itself. uh Maybe I'll make that. If you guys want to finance that, go ahead and hit me with a donation. um and then there was another, when I first heard about this, there was another guy, Thelonious Monk, changed his name too. um and I ain't gonna spend too much time on this, but yeah, I think he went through a similar situation where he was like, "Nah, you ain't finna just get all my money. I'm gonna change this shit out." But I don't think you can do that when it comes down to court judgments, right? So to me, it looks like and I'm not alleging anything. I'm just deducing. Uh, Trying to figure out where I saw that, Madam Kibi, or where I got that from. I had to do a double take selling out shows at the state fair. Are they going to be watching her while riding a roller coaster? Can you blame? Anyway, I'm not even going to go down too deep down that rabbit hole. But to me, it seemed like there was a possibility that she was going to try to do a name change to evade paying. I don't think that's going to work. That's not going to go anywhere, because you got a judgment against you, right? So it doesn't really matter what your name is, unless you going to somehow magically change that social security number that was issued to you by the United States government. It don't matter what you change your name to, right? I think what she's going to try to do now is separate her business from her personal affairs, which is what she should have did in the very first place, right? And if she had done that, then you can only get money from the business. But the only problem with all that is that the judgment that was against her would have been, if she had done it, it wouldn't have mattered, because then Cardi would have filed a judgment. She would have filed a case against, which I think she did, if I can remember. I got the whole case on my channel, but I think she filed the case against her company and her personally. So it don't even matter at that point, so there's really no way getting around it. So that's it for this video. I kind of went on a rant on this one. I think what I'm going to end up doing is breaking it up into 2 or 3 videos, so it's bite size. And so because right now this video is about an hour long. I didn't intend for this to be an hour, so I'll probably break it up into like maybe 3 20-minute sections or something like that. And so yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think she has the money and she just don't want to pay it, or do you think she doesn't have it and she is just living in fear, and she's trying to find a way to have a normal life, or having a life somewhat close to what she remembers, and now this is why she's going to Africa, and doing all, moving things around and all this stuff. Let me know what you think. I'm not saying she's done doing any of this stuff. I'm just speculating. This is a fantasy video, but let me know what you think. Do you think she has it and just don't want to pay it, or do you think she truly doesn't have it, and she's just panicking and she's just doing all this crazy shit as a result? That's it for this video. Please like, share, and subscribe.